Nah, say it with your chest. Don't get quiet now.
Need an EpiPen, Trevor? Hey everyone, I'm Keisha.
I'm Claire.
And we're here to talk about Love is Blind Season 6, The Reunion. There is a lot to get into, starting with Trevor, who apparently was at a loss for words when being asked about his alleged girlfriend during filming.
I had a whole thing planned to say. I don't know.
Keisha, I've never been more uncomfortable. I at first thought him not being able to find the words was kind of like an act, but it went on for so long.
Yeah. So.
This man actually has no defense here. This is so embarrassing and awkward. The dramatic reading of the texts was nuts.
Trevor wrote, "I love you more than anything in this world, and I'm going to marry you."
She says, yes, call me, I can't wait.
Trevor says, "I hope you know how much I love you," and had to pretend that this wasn't real life to say anything I said.
But it was also difficult for me to watch him say, yeah, I know I'm toxic, I need to go to therapy. You know, trying to save face and take some kind of culpability for his actions, but not really. It just felt like another cop-out and just a way to kind of quickly get out of the situation.
I'm toxic as well. I admit that. I need a lot of therapy.
Someone needs to tell these men the "I need to go to therapy" excuse does not excuse all poor behavior.
I do want to do marriage. I do want to go through some type of therapy.
Yeah. He went on the show under false pretenses. And I think Nick was very harsh about it.
We do not want people to come here motivated by fame. That's not what this is about.
And I thought, that must have been coming from Netflix.
He just got yelled at and scolded by Nick Lachey.
Can I, just leave right now?
Trevor asked to leave this conversation, and I would also like to leave this conversation and move on to Jeramey, Sarah Ann, and Laura.
Sarah Ann and Jeramey are together, not together, according to Chelsea.
Every time I see him, they're broken up.
I've seen you one time.
I've seen you twice. And I asked if you were still with Sarah Ann, and you said no.
Okay.
They looked so stressed and not happy, and I feel like they're basically forced together just to kind of try and save their image and say that this was all worth it.
All he's been talking about is his image and how he looks worse than Jimmy.
I think Jeramey for sure was worse than Jimmy the whole season.
Absolutely. And I love that Jimmy was like, now why am I in it all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Sorry, appreciate the strays.
Sorry about that, Jimmy.
Yeah, but that just shows who Jeramey is. He threw so many people under the bus, including his fiance, Laura, and his alleged friend Jimmy. He came out worse, if that was even possible.
And what did you think of Nick and Vanessa bringing up the receipts from Sarah Ann?
This is a reality television. It is meant to entertain you. And I think that's exactly what we're doing. We didn't miss with this one, baby.
You said on Instagram that you're just out here entertaining. So you basically just outed your own self that this relationship between you and Jeramey isn't real? Is that what you're saying?
I think it was hilarious that she was trying to walk back what she said and tried to bring on the waterworks to kind of sell the emotional aspect of her relationship with Jeramey, which I also did not buy.
Her excuse for that video was I was just trying to entertain with that video.
That was, to be quite frank, to put out entertainment of my own.
Okay, Sarah Ann, can it?
Are you and Jimmy friends?
I thought we were.
Let's get into Jimmy, Chelsea, and Jessica. It was a very odd situation because most of that conversation revolved around Jimmy and Jessica, which was it really that big a deal? Did you feel like that conversation in the pod needed to be revisited?
Her leaving the date early, that did happen.
An hour and a half into it, not 10 minutes.
I also don't get what they're implying. If Jimmy's perception of what happened is different than Jessica's, are we calling Jimmy a liar? Is he sinister? I don't really get it. I feel like that was just him being a dumb boy and being like, no, it's 10 minutes.
I'd maybe give you 45 minutes, but it felt like 10 minutes to me.
Your perception, like you said, was 10 minutes. You're like, I'll give you 45.
Yeah, we were spending 20 minutes on them trying to decide, did she leave after 10 minutes or was it an hour? And really, it doesn't matter because everything after that was Jimmy and Chelsea and they were the bigger story. So why didn't we get the focus on them?
I really don't know. We got nothing. They didn't answer for the photos and videos we've been seeing on social media now since filming Wrapped of them together. Like, are they together or not? I feel like we never even got to ask them that.
They were so chummy on that couch, you know, giving each other looks in between while other people were talking. I just felt like something was going on there. Like they weren't done.
Yeah.
I think I put the work in. I wasn't bullshitting. I went to therapy.
Okay, so then Clay says he's gone to therapy. Do you believe him?
Listen, I think there was an attempt, but I just kept hearing a lot of the things that he said at the altar and throughout the season. You know, I want to be a better man. I'm putting in the work. Baby, what is the work? How do you define work, please, quickly? Clay, to me, just I've not seen any growth with him. So, like, I hope he actually does go through therapy and becomes a better person, because I don't think he's a bad person. I just think he's very stuck in this mindset. And AD should not be doing that. Run away, girl.
Yeah.
This is not the guy for you. This is not the situation for you. Want better for yourself.
Matthew and I, we went on a few dates.
How many?
Like two-ish.
Did AD go on 2 dates with Matthew? Do you believe that? And were those genuine dates, or did she just do that so she could say it at the reunion?
I feel like she is very, very much actively looking for love, and she's looking for men who have shown interest in her, and Matthew, unfortunately, was one of them. But I'm glad she cut that off. But the fact that she even entertained that is odd to me. He lied to her all throughout the pods.
So now let's just quickly get into Kenneth and Brittany. They were like very close on those couches. There were a lot of leg touches for me between them. Are they just friends? What are they? What are your thoughts?
Maybe they are just friends because they don't have that sexual chemistry, that crave for each other.
If you don't have a crave for me or us, that's true, and that's you.
I did think it was cute that they were like, so Love is Blind did kind of work, because they did find like a friend soulmate, I feel like. They like really get along.
We speak nearly every day. I get FaceTime calls at work. I call him at work.
So that's nice. I'm glad they found their person, just not romantically.
And finally, we have to have a moment of celebration for Amy and Johnny, because they finally figured out sex.
You know, we figured it out. I never ended up going on birth control. He never got a vasectomy. I was never forced to do anything. Otherwise, we would have been on separate ends of the couch. But yeah, no, we figured it out, and that's all that matters.
Congratulations on figuring it out.
I didn't really know too much about the whole topic of birth control at all, but it's something that I really never had to think about, I feel like, as a guy.
Check your ex-girlfriends and make sure that you're not pregnant. But I think that's a thing with a lot of guys. Like it's the onus is on the woman to, you know, figure out birth control, and they just kind of do the thing. So I'm glad that this is a lesson for many out there that, hey, this is a two-way party. So lift your weight.
I'm shocked that Amy didn't get the full eternal ick by like him not knowing anything, because even on the couches she was like,
respectfully, I had to educate him a lot.
Oh my God, you're not married to a man, you're married to a boy.
I also thought it was hilarious when Vanessa was transitioning to Clay and AD that she said,
A couple that we were really rooting for, AD and Clay.
Why when Amy and Johnny were sitting right there?
They know they're boring.
But congratulations, Amy and Johnny. You did it.
You did it.
Literally.
You did. Yeah, you did it.